Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Tuesday, October 8th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's gonna open in about 9 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Just got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. All right, looks like we are good to go here. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, thanks for getting sent out. All right. So as people join in, I'm gonna go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Going down to the 4 hour. Down to the 2 hour. Down to the 1 hour. Going down to the 10 minute. And down to the 1 minute here. All right, guys, looks like we are good to go. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, October 8th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's gonna open in about 5 minutes. And it looks like we are good to go. So let's see what's here so far. Morning CJ, morning Sam. Sam said if taking a new 50K, it means take only the breakouts at 200 TP stop loss. Nice. Yeah, I mean that'll give you more confidence with the trade. That's kind of what I did too. Like I started my personal account with $5,000, like I think earlier this month. It's up to almost 13,000 now. So it's giving me confidence, like, just making that much from that small amount, like almost 100% gain. Of course I was over leveraging on it, but the account's grown. So I think I'm going to stick with just the breakouts. I kind of want to see how it plays out, from here until the end of the year because the volatility is pretty decent. So that's something that I'd like to check out. So I think for me personally, I might just stick with breakouts, guys. I'll keep looking at the market flow V2s, but for the most part, I think the breakouts, I really want to see how they play out long term. So yeah, it's gonna be nice. I mean, it's not gonna be a super profitable strategy, all the time, but it's gonna be profitable long term. And that's kind of what we're looking for. So all right, guys, morning everybody. Let's see who's here so far. Hey Kevin. Morning, KP. I'm surprised you're here. Kevin, new dad. I remember like everybody who's had a kid here over the years, whenever someone has a kid, they just kind of disappear for a little bit. So they're so busy, they're not able to get up in the morning. But I feel like Kevin's here like every morning, surprisingly. But it's good to see you here, Kev. I know I see your name on there. I'm like, I'm surprised he's up because usually everyone's like baby has like a crazy sleep schedule and they either don't get enough sleep or they just can't get up early enough. But yeah, it's good to see you still here, Kev. All right, guys, market's gonna open up in about 3 minutes. I will put the direction of the breakout in the chat shortly. Kind of have an idea of what to look for here. Hey, Maria, morning. All right, guys, so we got the breakout coming up in about 3 minutes. You have sort of an idea of where it's gonna go, so put it in the chat. I'll send it shortly. It's just sitting there in the chat, unsent. Oh, might go the other direction. Okay, so we'll see what happens here. All right, we got one more candle. Once this candle here closes, I can tell you guys the direction of the breakout. There hasn't been too much movement though. So if you look over here on our 3-minute chart, I mean it's just been sideways for Asia session range, London session range manipulation. Not really too much here. So we'll see what happens here in the next 20 seconds or so. So it all depends if there's a buy signal that comes up right here. That's going to be the key thing. We got liquidity sitting above over here at 42, or basically 324, 328, 341, and then down here at the 200s. All right, so I got the direction over here. There you go, guys. If you guys are in the Zoom chat, just posted the direction of the breakout for today. So direction for the breakout is posted in the Zoom chat, guys. Market's going to open up shortly in about 40 seconds. Ready to take this breakout shortly. Oh man, this is not what I wanted to see on the pre-open candle right here. We'll take it as is. So liquidity over here just got hit pre-market, guys. So the first level right here, basically all these 3 levels just got hit. Breakout's still going to happen. Same direction as noted. We got market opening up in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breakout is now running. I didn't get the best entry there, so I need to make some adjustments.
Order filled.
All right, make some adjustments here. And we are good. Actually, my entry was good on the actual account. It's just on the Apex, kind of some slippage, just a little slippage. All right, so there goes breakout. Set alert right there. All right, we'll come back and take a look at that in a few. So liquidity right there got hit, guys. Price is climbing up a little bit. There's not really too much movement here. Like I said, it's kind of the same situation as yesterday. Volatility is a little low, but it's all right. We'll work with it. All right, so we got price kind of just sitting around the area. Let's go over here to our clean chart. See, I'll mark up a level right here. Level right here. I think those are good for right now. All right, so we got two levels right here. There's just not very much volatility. It's the same situation as yesterday. There's not really much of a catalyst today because there's not really any news happening. So we had some medium impact news that happened over here pre-market. We had news over here at 5:30. I'll mark that up. It was import news, balance of trade, exports, red book, of course. So just 5:30 over here was medium impact. Basically 5:30 and 5:55. So I will mark that up over here. Where's it? 5:30. It's not going to be super, super important because they're like so low impact with regard to typical news, but I will mark them up anyways. So that right there, and then the 5:55 news, which was like this weird looking candle right here. All right. So with that said, um, I guess we just wait. So not really too much going on here right now. This price continues to go back and forth. We got price kind of spiking down a little bit right here. See where this ends up going. So we're waiting for a 640 for the market flow V2s. There's just no market flow V2s right now. Um, Obviously, you guys can see the market's kind of just going back and forth. It's typical stuff from yesterday. It's a lot of back and forth movement, and I'm just gotta wait for a direction here to be established. So we got price at the sessions down here on this current candle. See if this here swings back up. There's not really too much of a catalyst pushing price down. Let me check CNBC and breaking news. So there's some breaking news right here. So stocks rebound. Stocks rebound. So it looks like, let me see. I think our breakout didn't hit for today.
Stop filled.
Yeah, stop filled. It's all good. So breakout for today didn't play out completely fine. We were on a pretty big win streak anyway, so this was bound to happen. So we're gonna shake out this loss right here, and then we will continue on for some market flow V2s. All right, so let me put this over here real quick. And we're on a pretty good streak. So looking over here, so we had a loss today, of course. We're basically at break even for the week, but we had, let's see, we had a win yesterday. We had a win on Friday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we had a 5-day win streak for the breakout, which is pretty good. So basically, we haven't had a loss in 5 days, which is pretty solid. So we're going to shake out that loss right there. Of course, I was looking for a sell today. So when I said earlier this morning before we were before market open, I said I already had an idea of like which direction I wanted to take it. Unfortunately, we did have a buy signal come up right here, like or a sell signal that came up at the set 627 candle, and that's why we had to flip to the buy, unfortunately. But it's all good. It's it's part of the game. That's kind of how the strategy works. Like I said earlier, it's not always going to win, but it's going to win more times than it loses, where it's going to yield more profit than losses. So I wouldn't be surprised here if this fakes out and then it swings back up. There's just not really much of a catalyst here pushing price around. So we're getting a lot of back and forth movement here throughout the week, at least until Thursday. Thursday, we have CPI news, and then Friday, we have PPI news. So from there, we might get some spikes, but right now, I think this will probably swing back up. Or it'll just stay down here. Doesn't really matter. But we're getting closer to 640. As we get to 640 right here, we'll start looking for some market flow V2s. Yeah, CJ said I blinked and liquidity hit before he could even enter a pending order. Yeah, liquidity here hit. So if you took any levels of liquidity, the liquidity up here got hit, and then the liquidity down here got hit. Another reason why I was kind of worried about the buys this morning was because before market opened right here on the 629 candle, we started to get a big spike to the upside. And I don't like seeing that before market opens, right? Typically, when market opens, I like seeing a slow or even just a flat move, and then on market open, actually spike to the upside. But yeah, so we will continue looking for some market flow entries here. I'm going to take this off the chart. In order for you guys to take a market flow V2, you'll be looking for price to retrace from this area where it's currently at. So price is currently down here. You're going to look for it to retrace up, come back down, and flow back down further. So if you're looking for some market flow V2s, the entry is going to happen right here at the 270 mark. Like I said this morning, I'm going to stick to the breakout, so I'm not really going to take much else. I'm just going to stick to the breakouts for now because that's the data that I'm trying to pull at the moment. So let me see the spreadsheet real quick. So let's see for the month so far. So the breakouts have actually had a pretty decent win streak. So the breakouts over here, basically from September 17th, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4 losses. So that was like 1 net win. And then right now we had 5 wins back to back from October 1st up until October 8th or 7th, actually. That's pretty decent. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to the breakouts. I'll look for some market flow V2s. If I decide to take an entry, I'll let you guys know. But for the most part, I don't really want to eat into my trailing drawdown because my trailing drawdown is pretty good right now. I'm like above the threshold, so I don't really want to risk it taking any extra trades. But if you guys are looking to take a market flow V2, the entries here are going to be at 260. It's currently it's 638 right now, so we're still a little early. We're still a little early before the 640 mark. Still about 2 minutes early. So again, if you guys want to take the entry here at 640, there's going to be 3 different options for you guys to take. If you want to take the 60-30, you can take that, the bigger move. If you want to take the moderate move, you can take the 30-30. Or if you guys want to take the easiest entry of them all, it's going to be the 10-30, of course. That's going to be the quick scalp movements. So this is dropping down lower. As it continues to drop lower, we'll just drop the entry point a little lower as well. So we have price down here. Let's see. There's a couple targets down here. There's 2 targets down here, and there's an Asia low. And then if price drops any lower, we have some more liquidity sitting below here as well. All right, so the entry is going to be sitting right here at the 250 mark. It's now dropping down to the 240 mark. Now 640, so it's time to take the market flow V2s if you guys are looking to take it. The only thing that you guys have to really look out for is going to be the sessions down here. Because if the entry has to cut into the sessions, that's where it becomes a little tricky. I would probably go for the smaller TP if it doesn't happen to get that far down. But all right, entry is going to be right here at the 240 if you guys are looking to take it. So again, you have 3 options. You can take the full move, you can take the moderate move right here, or you can take the smaller move for 10 points. So if you're going for the smaller move, you're just going to get in and out multiple times. So instead of going for one big move, you'll try to get in multiple times here. Entry's right there at the 240 mark. All right, so full TP right there. If you guys took it, like I said, the entry was right here at the 240 mark. Price came up, filled it on this candle, and it came right back down right here for a full TP. If you went for the 10 points, full TP on that right there. So if we're taking that market flow for the smaller move, full TP. The bigger move is still running. And also the moderate move right here is also running as well. So the 30-30 is running, the 60-30 is running. 30-30 looks like it's about to hit full TP right there. So if you guys took the moderate move, full TP as well. So the small move hit full TP, the moderate move hit full TP, and then now the bigger move is still running. So if you want to double dip into this position, you can. You just got to wait for this candle here to close, and then your entry is going to happen at the same exact price point again right here for 10 points at the 240 mark. This candle's got to close below though. If it doesn't close below, there's no entry. All right, so again, right here, if you're looking to take it, there's a pending buy signal. So you want to be a little careful because if that buy signal closes, you're supposed to close out for a partial profit or a partial loss. So again, right here, if you want to take the entry, your re-entry would be right there at the same price, 240 for the 10 points. But again, because the buy signal here is pending, it makes it a little tricky. So you have to like take that risk, whether you want to hop in again or if you're happy with your profits for this specific move so far. The 10-point move just filled. Looks like it's about to hit right now. Yeah, it looks like it just hit. So the 10-point move again, full TP right there if you guys took that 10-point move. So like I said, if you want to double dip into the position, you just want to keep getting in and out quickly, you can do that with the 10-point move. There's three different options here. The 30-point already hit TP, the 60-point still running, but the 10-point move, if you want to keep double dipping into it as price goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, you have more opportunities. Again, right now, if you want to enter again, this would be another opportunity for entry. Another full TP right there. So as you guys can see, these are three entries right here. So if you took this one move here, you would have been up 30 points. If you took three of the entries right here for the 10 points, that'd be another 30 points. If you wanted to take the full 60 point here, you could have taken that. But if you've taken both of these entries or multiple entries, then you would have covered your risk on this move already. So a lot of people like to use this as like basically as a confluence, not exactly as a full entry. That's what I would use it for as well because it's such a big move and the volatility is not very high. Or some people take three different entries. They take this entry, they take the smaller entry, and they also take the 30-point entry. So now that price is coming down right here, if you want to re-enter, you have another opportunity, guys. So I'm gonna keep moving this in here to show you guys that there's another opportunity for entry. So full TP right there. If you guys took any of the entries here, whether for the full 60 points, full TP right there. If you took this one right here for the 30 points, full TP right there as well. And if you took this for three of the 10-point moves, full TP right there as well. This came up three times. It came up on the green candle, it came up on the second candle, and it came up on this last candle right here. So it doesn't matter which one you took. If you went for the smaller move, you would have made profit on that. If you went for the moderate move, you would have made profit on that. If you went for the full move, you would have made profit on that. So it doesn't really matter which one you took. Either way, it looks like a lot of you guys here made profit on that. So nice work, CJ. CJ said double dipped, one for 30 and the other for 10. Nice. Solid work right there, CJ. So CJ locked in a total of 40 points there. Double dip into two entries. So, all right, the big move here is done now. So I'll put that in the chat real quick. So if you guys took both moves, you basically would have recouped your loss here from the breakout. So that's why there's multiple options for entries here. If you guys want to keep trading it, feel free. But like I said, for myself, I just want to test this specific entry here for the breakout, but I don't really want to double dip too much into it. So this 641 was the entry. Perfect. There you go. All right, so now that the big move's done, you can still look for smaller moves. So you don't have to look for any more bigger moves, but you can keep double dipping into the smaller moves here. So this liquidity right here got hit. If you guys took this liquidity push, it was at 187. It shot right through, full TP right there. So you guys can see there's a lot of entries that are coming up here. You don't have to just take the breakout. I'll keep looking for more opportunities here. Breakout's obviously what I'm taking, but for you guys, you don't have to stick to just that one entry. So again, if you want to take another market flow V2, entry would happen right here at the 220 mark. So basically what you're looking for here is you're looking for price to come up, fill it, come back down further. So basically a quick push to the upside, fill your order, and then trigger your TP right away. If the market starts to go sideways, though, that's where you want to be a little more careful and you probably want to stop taking the entries. Because if market starts to go sideways, that means that it's preparing for a breakout, either to the upside or either to the downside. All right, entry got moved down a little further now. So now the entry is going to be here at the 210 mark. Dropping further, it's getting closer to the Asia low right here. The Asia low is going to be a little tricky, guys, because this is where a lot of manipulation tends to happen. Still pretty early. It's 6:47. It feels like we've been on here for a while, but it's still pretty early actually. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna close out my Ninja Trader. Actually, get this real quick. All right, so if you guys are looking for entries, entry is gonna happen here now at the 200 mark. As it gets closer and closer to the sessions, that's where I'd probably stop looking for entries. I would probably just sit back and just wait. I'm just gonna screenshot my accounts real quick before I close out my platform. All right, so I'll post my P&L over here real quick. So unfortunately, my accounts are red for the day. I just want to be transparent with you guys because a lot of people don't show their losses. And I just want to show you that losses are part of the game. So let me turn off my laptop. Let me move this out of the way. All right, so here is my loss for the day. So I'm basically at break even for the week. This is just commissions right here. So these are my profits from yesterday. And then obviously we had a win. It's for a one-to-one. So we had a win yesterday, and then we had a loss today. I had to pay commissions for both trades. So I had a loss right here, and then it's just slightly red because of the commissions from yesterday. So I'm really at basically break even for the week so far. But putting this in conjunction with last week's profit. So these were last week's profits right here. We're still very high in profit for the month so far. So this is from October week 1. This is how much profit I had, and then I'm at break even right now. So basically, this is how much profit I'm still sitting on for this month so far. So we had a pretty good week last week. We had a lot of back-to-back wins. I'm hoping this week ends up like last week. So right here, guys, see how the buy signal came up? At this point, there's no more entries for sells. You would have to wait for another sell signal to come up to start looking for some more entries. But I'm going to show you guys a bigger picture here. So basically, these are the profits I'm sitting on from last week. And right now I'm at break even. We had the same situation yesterday, or not yesterday, last week. So last week we actually started off with a loss. So last week on September 3rd, we started off with a loss, right? So you start off with the loss, and then every day after that Monday, it was all back-to-back wins. So all the wins here started to stack up. And then by the end of the week, we were net positive right here, very heavy profits. So I'm hoping that's the case with this week. We shaked out a loss today, and then hopefully the next 3 days are back-to-back wins, and then we'll end up in a big week like this over here. Because this is how much profit we made even after one loss. So we had one loss on Monday, and then back-to-back wins Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, Friday. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we can't really tell. It's hard to trade these breakout entries when there's no news because there's no catalyst to really push price around. But we do have news on Thursday. We have news on Friday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so we're gonna have some like probably pre-news movement before the CPI news comes out. I think we have like some low impact news events or medium impact news events tomorrow. So we have the Fed speaking, then we have gas stock change. We don't really have much news events tomorrow. And then on Thursday, of course, we have CPI, a ton of high impact news pre-market. And then Friday, we have PPI, producer price index. So we'll play by ear and then we'll see hopefully next couple. So tomorrow's breakout is going to be really important, guys. As you guys know, if there's two back-to-back losses, then we take a break from entries for this week. So, well, not really a break, but so I'm gonna give you guys a couple different scenarios. If tomorrow we have a loss, then we're not going to take a trade on Thursday, but we'll trade on Friday if Thursday wins. However, if that's not the case and it wins, then we'll be good for the rest of the week. And we only do that. Well, you guys can take the entry, but we only do that because you guys saw the data that I pulled from the stats. Basically, whenever you skip a trade like that, you can avoid like these losing streaks. Sometimes these losing streaks come up, but they don't come up very often. When they do come up, it's pretty substantial. They come up like maybe like once every maybe 4 to 6 months. There'll be like a streak of losses that happen. They don't happen very often, but in order for us to prevent us getting caught in those types of streaks, we just end up taking a break from taking the entries. You guys can take the entries, of course, but I'm going to follow the game plan. And my game plan is if there's ever two back-to-back losses for breakouts, then I take a break until we have a win. So like I said, today we have a loss. If we have a loss tomorrow, we need to have a win on Thursday for me to take the Friday trade. Otherwise, if we just have back-to-back wins from Wednesday up until Friday, then even better. That'd be perfect. All right, so we have a pending sell signal right here, guys. If the sell signal here closes, we may have opportunity for a market flow V2 to come up. The thing that I want you guys to be careful for is that the market is starting to move a little sideways. So if you want to take a market flow V2, it would happen right here, actually, at the 200 mark. So it already filled right now, pushing back down. If you guys haven't gotten in yet, you can still get in. If you guys want to wait on this, then you can wait on it. The reason why I'm saying this is a little tricky is because price is no longer it's not flowing in a direction. Price is going sideways now. Right. So let me show you guys over here real quick. You guys already know this because you guys have been here on the live session. Typically for these market flow V2s, you want price to be moving directional. You need some sort of flow, right? You need price to be flowing to the downside like this so that you can take sells, or you need price flowing to the upside like this to be taking buys, right? So those are the like you need to have that type of movement. You need to have market flow happening in order to take a market flow entry. That's the whole logic behind the strategy. You want market to be flowing in a direction to the downside, or you want market to be flowing in a direction to the upside. But if price is going sideways, like it's going right here, it's been going sideways for like the past maybe 10 minutes now. If price goes sideways like this, there's no actual market flow. This is market consolidation. So when market's consolidating like this, that's why it's important once you guys get an opposite signal, you guys have to pull out of it. Because if you don't pull out of it, you're going to get caught in this chop here, where price just continues to chop back and forth. So right now we have a buy signal. So what you want to wait for here is you want to wait for price to correct back to the upside like this. Once it corrects back to the upside, you can start looking for some market flows to the upside. Right now, there's just no direction. So until price climbs up or until price climbs back down, obviously you should just wait for the market flow here to confirm. This is a possible breakout V3. Right here, breakout V3 continuation. The only thing here that's kind of troubling is the sessions. So that's like one of the red flags there, of course. That's another strategy if you guys are familiar with the breakout V3. Let's see. Sam said, "Hi Sean. When do you reverse your strategy? Only for NFP. That's the only day. CPI is not strong enough to really. Well, from my understanding, it's not strong enough. I haven't. Now that you mentioned it, I should go. I should actually look. So let me check my spreadsheet real quick. It's usually the Thursday following. Okay, so we had NFP right here on June 3rd. CPI was right here. It worked out fine. So I probably looks like it would be okay. NFP be right here on the first. This here is a loss. I actually haven't looked at the data for CPI. First right here is NFP. Thursday was a win. So it doesn't look like it's the reverse move is necessary for NFP. So I'm looking at the NFP moves over here. It's NFP happened right here on the first. Thursday was right here. It was a win. June 1st right there. Yeah, it's pretty mixed. So it's not really first right here, win. Yeah, it seems pretty mixed. So I don't think it's really necessary to reverse the CPI. Thanks for bringing that up, Sam, because I didn't even think about that. It won right here. So it looks like it wins more than it loses. So I think it's better to just take it. It won right here too in June. Yeah, I would just take it in the direction that we normally take. It doesn't show that it has that pattern where it goes in the reverse direction. Because CPI is a strong news event, but it's not as strong as NFP. Like NFP is like one of those news events that really spikes price. CPI does spike price when it actually is released, but when the market opens, it doesn't necessarily have that huge correction that happens with NFP. Yeah, no, definitely, Sam. Thanks for the heads up. Those are the only two big news events I can really think of that really spikes price. PPI is a big news event, but it doesn't really spike price. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Usually when it's paired with another news event, it does. Like if PPI and CPI happen on the same day, but that happens like maybe like once a year. It's usually during holidays when that happens. Not holidays. Oh yeah, holidays. I guess like when Mondays, when they have to jam pack everything in one day because Monday's closed. Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks, Sam. Yeah. So right now, the only trade that I'm reversing is going to be NFP. And it worked perfect for us last Friday. If you guys took NFP with us or if you traded with us last Friday, um, we took the reverse trade and it messed around for a while, then it turned around on us. So this is kind of what I was hoping was going to happen today. Like you can see over here on Friday's trade, it kind of like went really close to the stop loss, but then it came all the way back down. I was hoping that was going to be the case today, but obviously it wasn't. Again, the strategy is not going to be 100%. Like I know the strategy is not 100%. That's why I'm okay with taking losses. From the data, though, the win rate is pretty good for a 2 year period. The win rate for this is actually higher. It's not where it's currently at right with this. It's so 199 wins divided by 299. Actually, no, this is wrong. No, that's right, actually. Sorry. So no, that's wrong. It's supposed to be 94 divided by 1. So it's basically it's about the same. So the breakout has basically a 64% win rate. Going off the bigger number here. It has a 64% win rate, and that's not including a lot of months. So that's not including like about 6 months. So if the other months that are missing have more wins, which I would assume so would be the case, then it would have closer to like maybe a 70% win rate. So the win rate's pretty high. I understand that there's going to be losses. It's not 100%, but a 70% win rate is pretty good for a breakout strategy, especially if it's for one-to-one, and if you can just consistently yield profits. That's really the goal here. The goal here is to consistently yield profits because if you think about it, so I did the math here. So the next payout for because someone asked me about this for Apex. So with Apex, I forget how many months you have to trade where you're limited, but so with Apex, and there's no entries here, guys, so don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. So on a 300K account, limited to 300, 3,500 per payout, right? So if you're limited to 3,500, and say the strategy has, we'll be like super conservative and we'll say about like maybe 2 wins per week, right? So 2 wins per week, and you're taking low risk like I am right here. So 1,500 times two, it's 3,000. We'll say per week times four. So if you're making about 12,000 per month, and then you're getting 3,500 payout, you're still going to build a cushion, right? So this is how much you would ideally make per month using this per account, and then you're gonna request a payout of about 7,000 every month because 3,000 every every week, right? So if you do a payout every 2 weeks, and it's 3,500 per account, per payout per account. And you have 20 accounts. So if you're doing that, you're gonna be able to save a cushion of 5,000 basically every month. So I think it's for the first 3 months you're limited. So basically that times three, and you'll get a fat payout at the end of the probationary period. Because this will just keep adding up. So you think about that 3,500 per account. And if you have 20 accounts, and this is just the number that people were asking about, 3,500 times 20 accounts. If you have 20 PA accounts, that's 70,000 basically every 2 weeks. I think you guys could be happy with that, right? Um, so that's basically every 2 weeks, every month times two, it's 140,000. So you just got to break down the numbers, guys. That's why for me, I don't mind taking just the breakout because the breakout is so consistent where I can just stack profits, right? I'll just stack profits and then it's like not so stressful because it's a set and forget type strategy. You enter the trade, you set the TP stop loss, and then you just let the trade do what it needs to do. Of course, there's going to be losses, but then there's going to be times you're going to have win streaks, and those wins are going to add up. Like right now, my cushion for my accounts are pretty high. Like on my Tradeify accounts, I'm currently, and if you guys want to use the direct to funding account, here, I'll post a link here. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about that. I was going to keep it a secret until I got paid out, but a lot of people have been asking, so I'll just post a link up here for you guys. It's a little more expensive. It's like 600 bucks for an account, but it's straight to fund it, so you don't have to do any evals. So I'll post this right here in the chat if you guys want to check them out. And then there's a promo going on. It's 40% off right now. So there goes the there goes the criteria or the website. They're straight to funded. I think I paid like it's normally 600, but I paid like 400. So I paid like 400 and I got so today's my I think third or fourth day trading with them. So I got to trade for 10 days before I can get my payout. I'm in profit with them right now. I'm at currently so I think somewhere around there. They only have 150K accounts, so I'm at 5,000 in profit. I just gotta stay consistent with the breakout for like the next, I guess like 6 or 7 days, and then I can request a payout. So yeah, I was gonna wait until I got the payout, but literally everybody's blowing up my DMs asking for like which straight to funded account am I using. Um, iPhone's asking it's legit though. Well, that's what I said. I have to go wait for the payout. I can't let you guys know for sure until I get the payout, right? So if you guys want to check it out, feel free to check it out. If you want to wait for my payout, which is going to happen in the next 2 weeks, then I would just wait. There's no rush. Well, the only rush is that the promo is going on right now. So like Yeah, I don't know how long that promo is going to go on for. The promo was like 50% off and then went down to 40%. And I don't know if it's going to stay up, but that's what I've been using. Yeah, it ends on October 15th. Thanks, Sam. So I can't say for sure if they're good. I know people who've gotten paid out from them, so that's why I'm trusting them. Like I said, I'm not going to recommend anything to you guys that I don't think is trustworthy. Right now, I can't say because I haven't gotten paid out. Once I get paid out, then I can let you guys know for sure. That's why I just kind of been keeping it under the wraps until I know. But I'm hoping, I'm really hopeful that they're going to pay out. I'm pretty sure they will, but because I kind of understand their business model now. Um, their business model is so they limit you to about 3,000 payout, 3,000 per payout. And I understand because it even put it in their FAQs. So like what they do is like after you get three consecutive payouts and you're limited because they only have to pay you 3,000, right? It's not a lot. So they pay you 3,000 per account. That's basically 15,000 per payout if you're on five accounts. Once you get three consecutive payouts, they put you on an actual live account. So um that's a thing that's where I kind of see it to be a little like I see them copying the trades. So basically, what they say in their fine print, and I can probably pull it up over here. So I can't say for sure, but so basically, straight to funded accounts. How does the payout policy works? So it says right here. So after your third successful payout on the same account, Tradeify reserves the right to transition you to a live funded account at any time. So basically, after your third payout, they're going to start copying your trades. So this is how the whole scheme works with these funding companies, right? You got to get a certain amount of payouts. Once you get those payouts, then they start to actually copy your trades, and then obviously they can pay you out because you're taking your trades. Um, a lot of companies don't tell you this, right? Here they made it pretty clear. They're like, once you take three payouts, which is not a lot, it's 3,000. So like basically right here, once you get your payout number three, you'll have 3,000. Then you could you'd start requesting more. So, but again, I don't know yet, guys. So don't hold me to it. Just if you want to wait for me to get my payout, then I'll let you guys know. But I think they're good. The main plus with them is that for one, they accept credit cards. So if they do screw you, you get your money back, right? You just call your credit card company, tell them you got scammed. So that's the one thing right there. You pay the credit card. So the other thing with the other company, Fast Track, they didn't accept credit cards. They now accept credit cards. And the second big thing is that they're Ninja Trader. So all I do is I add them to my copier. So you can see over here for my profits, I don't have to do anything different. I'm already trading these accounts. These are my straight to funded right here. And you can see I just add them to my copier. So I don't have to do anything different. I just pay for the account, it's already funded, and then whatever profits I make, they're profits already because there's no eval stage. So yeah, CJ, I got the 150. That's the biggest they have. I wish they had bigger, but I mean it's cool. It works. Patricia's asking if there's a discount code. Yeah, you can just use the one on the website. So the one on the website, the discount code is it is Q4. So it's 40% off the straight to funded and it's 55% off the advance and growth. I mean, I wouldn't really bother with the evals. I mean, if you want to, you can do it, but I just go straight to funded because I hate evals for the most part. All right, guys, there's still no direction here. You can see prices going sideways, so there's not really much going on. Looks like Barack's done for the day. So, all right, Barack, we'll see you back here on Wednesday. We got some more team profits over here. So looking at our team profits for the day so far, we have William here. William locked in 1,419 on his first five accounts, and then he locked in 2,128 on his two accounts or three accounts here, and then another 1,419 for the rest of his accounts down here. So it looks like William locked in, well over 20,000 for the day. Nice work, William. Looks like you took the liquidity. Some losses over here, of course, which happens, right? So I commend you, Vince, for showing your losses. A lot of people won't show their losses, but it happens. So Jamie over here also she locked in. Let's see. So she said she got stopped out in liquidity for a buy, recovered most of it on the sell side. Yeah. So Jamie over here got caught on a liquidity small loss, and then she made it right back over here on the liquidity for a sell. Nice work, Jamie. But all right, so until we start to get some more movement here, guys, I don't really recommend taking any market flow V2s. There's just nothing here right now. Price is going back and forth. Here's a clean chart. There we go. Price just ranging between this two. So it's pretty much ranging between this area right here, this middle area. Huge range right here. Fake outs in both directions, but for the most part, just a huge range. Let's see. iPhone's asking what's a 20% consistency rule like? I mean, it doesn't really affect me because I'm taking a breakout. So the consistency is always going to be the same. I'm at 50% consistency because I'm trading one to one. You just can't trade like, so for example, you can't trade where you have a 20-point TP. And so you basically can't make like 20 bucks and then lose 100 bucks every other trade, iPhone. And that shouldn't be the case with you because I mean, there's no reason you should be taking something like that. If you're taking a 1030, that's fine. That works because that's a 30% consistency. But a 20% consistency is like if you're taking, um, say you have a 100-point stop loss and then you have a 20-point TP. You can't do that. I mean, you could do that. You're still within the 20%, but you're gonna fluctuate, right? What they're trying to do is they're trying to prevent people from doing like a 100-point stop loss and then a 10-point TP. So you should be fine. For me, it doesn't really affect me because I'm doing a one-to-one, so I'm at 50% consistency all the time. Here, let me see if I can pull up my accounts over here without sharing my. Let me see if I can log in over here without sharing my dashboard. Let's see. Here, I'm just gonna take a screenshot of it and then I'm gonna hide my account numbers. You guys are probably gonna see it. No. All right, let me see real quick. I'm just gonna black out the my account numbers. So I don't know why my consistency says 35 right now. It shouldn't be at 35. It should be higher. It's just because it's it's the win-loss ratio. We were on a pretty good win streak. So here are my accounts. I blocked out basically all my stuff. So I have five 150K accounts right here. It's the straight to funded 150K accounts. This is how much profit was in the account. So I'm at like about 155,000. The consistency is right there. You guys can see over here my total trading days. I'm at 3 out of 10. So I need about seven more trading days, and then I can get my payout. So within those 7 days, it'll happen because I'm taking a breakout every single day, basically for the most part, unless we have like that pause period. So I'm taking breakouts pretty much every day. And hopefully, so today's the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So basically by next week, if I take trades every day from now until next week, I will be able to request a payout, or I should be able to. I'm still in profit pretty good, so like it doesn't really matter what happens over the next couple of days. I mean, of course, we would like some wins, but it's not going to affect the market too much because I'm only taking like every trade I take is risking 1,500. So it's not a big risk, right? I'm up about 5,000 so far, so I'm gonna have a bunch of losses before it even like pulls you back into break even. So yeah, this is what the accounts look like. I have 5 of them, and that is where it's at. I don't know why the consistency is at 35. It was at 50 like the day before. Um, I'll see what happens later today because later today it doesn't really make sense to me. It shouldn't be 35 because every time I make a trade, so when I have a winning day, it's 1,500. When I have a losing day, it's 1,500. Uh, as long as you have more winning days. So the consistency wouldn't really matter because you'd have to be in positive anyways. With this right here. So I will I mean obviously I'll get back to you guys on that. But the strategy is 1 to 1, so it shouldn't be an issue. I don't understand like why it says 35 because it should be higher. Um, yeah, I don't know. It was at there's only three trades that I've taken on that account, or 4 trades actually there's 3. There's only 3 trades because there's only 3 trading days. So the consistency is going to change over a time period. Like obviously once there's like 10 trades in there, the consistency is going to change. I don't know why it says 35, but we'll um we'll see when it gets closer to the actual payout day. But my consistency shouldn't have any problem with it. Yeah, exactly. So like iPhone said right there, basically a single day's profit shouldn't exceed 20% of your total profits. Yeah. And that won't be the case because I'm taking the same, like it's 1,500 a day. So it looks weird right now because there's only 3 trading days, but like once you have 10 trading days of breakouts, um, each day is going to be the same. It's going to be 1,500. Yeah, exactly. Sam said it's calculated at the withdrawal date. So right now the consistency doesn't matter. There's only 3 trading days there. That's why it's at 30%. And then once I have like 10 breakouts, because every day is going to be 1,500 either win or 1,500 loss. The total of that time, it's going to be divided by whatever I make for that day. So the consistency will fall in line. So I don't think it shouldn't be an issue because I'm not taking those crazy trades where like you have a 100-point stop loss and a 10-point TP. They're just trying to avoid like the gamblers. That's what they're trying to do. We always mention that one trader. I don't want to mention his name again, but you guys have probably seen him on YouTube. The guy who was taking trades with a 100-point stop loss, 10-point TP. He he's the reason why they create that rule, the consistency rule. They don't want people exactly, Sam. Yeah, that guy. They don't want people trading like that because that becomes a big risk for the copier. All right, guys. So as you guys can see here, there's still not very much direction. Price is just going back and forth between this area. It's the same thing that was happening yesterday. So yesterday we couldn't even really look for many entries with regard to the market flow V2s because it was the same situation, right? It's just a back and forth movement here. Again, if you want to take some market flow V2s, you need to have price to be climbing to the upside or you need price to be climbing to the downside. It doesn't matter exactly which direction price goes. You just want to have some sort of market flow going on. So back to our main chart over here. I mean, if you really want to take entries, feel free to take them. I wouldn't recommend taking them, but it's really up to your control of your account. Right now, you can see it's pretty clear from the clean chart that there's not really much to work with here. All right, Sam. Yeah, Sam's done for the day too. I would call it a day too, guys. If you guys don't have to trade today, which I'm pretty sure majority of you guys don't have to, I would just wrap it up. There's no need to force any trades here. Today's Tuesday, so you have a whole week ahead of you guys. What I'll do here next is I'll draw some zones. So let's draw some SR zones here so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. It's always a lot easier to see when you have structure drawn on the chart because you can see where price is bouncing from and where it's likely to go next. All right, so I'm drawing these SR zones here on the 10-minute. There we go. All right, so you can see here how price is pretty much, this is from yesterday actually. So this is from Monday. Price hasn't really moved too far. This is from Monday's market, right? Your price came down into this range and it hasn't really gone anywhere. So looking at the market open here, it actually looks like the buy would have been decent if it would have broke above this area. So if it broke above here and climbed up higher, it would have been pretty decent, but it just ended up falling within this range right here. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Yeah, there's not much going on here. You can see from the zone. So I marked up these SR zones. Price is pretty much just going back and forth between this range here. Same range I drew on the clean chart. It's just more logical here on this side. So not much going on. Same thing I drew right here, but this is just a little more detailed with regard to the zones. Yeah, Sam said, what if we don't put a stop loss? Yeah, if you don't put a stop loss, that one time it does hit your stop loss, it's going to screw your account. I've seen that happen with a lot of people. I mean, it's a way of trading. I've seen a lot of people do that. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have done that before where you guys just trade and then you don't have a stop loss. And it's all good until your stop loss hits. It's the same with the consistency rule. Like you can have a bunch of like little wins here and there, and then it's all going to be good until the stop loss finally gets hit, and then your consistency goes to like 1%. Yeah, exactly. Sam said, yeah, once it adds up. It's good until it isn't. Um, I always recommend trading with a stop loss, guys. I know a lot of people joke around about it, about trading without a stop loss, but if you trade like that, you're just one trade away from blowing your account. And it's a pretty messy cycle from there. Nice work, Stanley. So Stanley just passed another 50K count. He's got 700 profit in his current PA. Nice. Yeah, you just got to stay consistent, Stanley. You've been doing pretty good lately, so just stick to the game plans, whatever you're doing. Um, Keep stacking those accounts. The $50 accounts are super cheap, so you get your money's worth. That's the same with the Tradify accounts, guys. So with the Tradify account, so I paid, let's say I paid about 440. So I paid 440 for my straight to funded accounts, right? Times 5 accounts. So I paid 2,200 for 5 accounts. Right now I'm in profit about 4,800 times 5. So I basically made my money back already. So once I get a payout, I'm going to make my money back for those 5 accounts. I only paid 2,200 for the accounts. And once I get that first payout, well, this is how much profit I'm in right now. But for my first payout, I can request 15,000 because I can do 3,000 times 5 accounts. So basically, once I get that first payout next week, I basically made my money back. So basically, I made my money back plus an extra profit on that. So I minus 2,200. Basically, I made 2,000. I made my money back plus 12,800 if I get the full payout on the next payout, which I should, as long as the breakout just continues to stay consistent. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here over the next couple of days. It's just we're in a tricky market right now with the sideways move that there's not much here to work with. The code is Q4 right now, guys. So just make sure to use that link. You have to use a link and you have to use a code. If you only use the code, they're going to give you a partial discount. But if you use the link that I posted in the Zoom chat and on the YouTube and the code, it'll give you the highest discount pretty much. Because when I first signed up, it was like at 45%. So you might get a little more discount if you use the code plus because it gives you an initial discount, and on top of that, it gives you the Q4 discount. So yeah, if you guys want to try it, and if you guys are on NinjaTrader and you have a copier, you can just buy one account. If you just want to test it out, buy one account, add it to your copier, take the trades, because you just want to get those 10 days out of the way, right? I'm at 3 days in trades already, so I just need to have 7 more days. And that's going to come up pretty quick. Today's the 8th, so today's the 4th day. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So basically by next Wednesday, if I take trades every day from now until then, I'll be I'll be entitled to a payout. The payout period is between the 15th and the 20th, I think. It's the same as Apex. They basically have the same rules of Apex for their payout period. It's like the first up until the 4th, and then like the 15th up until the 19th or something like that. So I'm hoping to get a payout on that 16th day. Then we'll go from there. And then hopefully, and then after that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll hopefully be able to request another payout on the next period. See, that's what I like about the breakout is that you'll basically take a trade every day. So like every day a trading day is going to count. You're either going to make profit or you're going to lose. And then it's just a cycle, right? It's just a continuous cycle. So like now that we have a profitable breakout strategy that you can just take every day, basically, now at this point it's just multiplying accounts. So for me, I think starting this week or starting next week, I'm gonna have to start studying for my hedge fund exam again. I kind of if I fell off with studying because I had my wedding last month and then I had my little trips and stuff, so I just didn't have time to study. But I'm gonna start studying now so I can start managing money because the strategy is pretty simple. No stress, kind of just take the trade, let it run, and then let it stack up profits over time. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's really just I'm not really looking to teach anymore for the time being. I just want to focus on the hedge fund again, and then start the hedge fund because then once I have like I thought about it, it's crazy like the numbers that I can yield because right now I have 26 accounts, right? So every day when I win, so for example, today if we won the trade, 1,500 times 26, this is basically around the profit that I'd be making with just 26 accounts. But then once I'm trading like for the hedge fund, I have like 100 accounts, like the same thing, 1,500 times 126. It's like 189,000 per day in wins. So the profit's going to go up like I'm just multiplying accounts at this point. Now I'm doing the same strategy. I'm taking the same contract size. I'm just trading for like a bunch of different accounts. And then I'm taking a percentage of that at the end of every month. So thinking big picture now, a lot of people make money from teaching. I don't really like teaching that much, to be honest, guys. I like teaching, but I don't like teaching that much. I'd rather just make money from like what I'm already doing. It's like that saying, like you got to work smarter, not harder. Like instead of me teaching people, I could just trade and then just add accounts to the copier and make way more money that way. So that's kind of the route that I'm going. You guys already knew that was a route from the beginning. I'll still teach at some point, but as of now, I think it's really easier to just multiply money from trading more accounts and having more capital than to do actual work. If you guys have known me for a while, I try to do the minimal amount of work, but make the most amount of profit. So you guys see how I trade. I trade a very lazy type of way of trading. I only trade for like an hour a day. I know a lot of people still see on the charts for like hours in the morning. I only trade between well, now for the breakout, I don't even have to trade. I just have to be up at like 6:30 when the market opens. But it just seems like my trading time just gets smaller and smaller. I used to trade from 6:30 to like 12, went from 6:30 to 10, 6:30 to 8. Now I'm like just at 6:30 because I'm just taking the breakout. I just set and forget it and let the trade run. So I'm definitely in that work smart but work less mindset versus work more and work harder because you can do either way, but for me, I'm trying to be smart about it. So guys, you can see over here, price is like literally doing nothing. It's just going down back and forth between these two range right here. The range isn't even that big. The ATR is even getting smaller. So price is currently ranging between these two zones right here. It's about a 40-point range, very small. The ATR is currently at 19 right now, so there's nothing to really take. I mean, if you guys really want to take something, you can probably trade within the range. What I would look for here is I would look for the fake outs. So I'd look for price to pull below, fake out back in. Same with the other direction. Look for price to pull up above, fake out back in. All right. I think that's probably the best way to trade this type of market because right now you can't take directional entries. There's no direction here. So there's no direction to the upside, which ideally is what we would look for. Look for price push up, retrace, take the entry right there. Same with this right here, price push up, come back down, take the entry right there. Like, yeah, if we had direction, then, great, take those entries, but there's no direction here. So you can't really take these market flows. Same with this right here, price come down below, up, below, up, below. So if we had direction like that, you can take the sells right there. But again, we don't have that. So just don't think about taking any market flows. Right now, you can still take sideways moves. So you can still take these entries back to back. The one thing that I would probably look for maybe be some V1 variation. So let's see, let's take, so here's an example of a V1 variation, right? So right here, price came below this point, faked out right here, double body rejection. Could have taken your V1 variation right there for a buy, right? You could ride all the way to the top if you want, or just go for a fixed 30-30. Full TP right there. There's no other V1 variations, but that's ideally what you would look for. You would look for those V1 variations to come up. So again, if price comes back a bit lower, look for that V1 variation, come right back up. So guys, if there's any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, there's not really much going on here. So we might be wrapping this up pretty soon. CJ, if you're still here, I saw your chat in the or your message in the chat. If you want me to host a mentoring session, guys, just let me know. I don't have a mentoring session scheduled for this week. So if you want one on Wednesday, CJ, just let me know. I'll host it for you and for whoever wants to join. There's just not much to cover right now during the mentoring session. So I just didn't think anybody wanted one. But if you guys want me to host one, I can host one. I can go over the strategies, answer whatever questions you guys have. I'm here to help you guys out. So whatever you guys need help with, feel free. I'll make time for you guys. I know I don't teach anymore, so it's hard to like really get that one-on-one mentoring from me. But if you do want me to host a mentoring session, just let me know. And I will come on and host a mentoring session and answer whatever questions you guys have. I do want to mentor again at some point. I think what I need to do is I'll probably have to revamp the entire course. I'm going to do that so like it'll be beginner friendly. I know lately I haven't been really wanting to teach beginners, but the thing with trading is like you got to start somewhere. So I'll try to revamp the course for beginners, and then of course we'll go into deep dives with the strategies. But 734 right now. Again, price is not doing anything. The ATR is currently, where is the ATR? ATR is currently 19 right now. It's very low. It's not too low, but it's pretty low. It's not if this thing drops down to 15, that's how you know it's super low, and then you should probably just not even trade at all. But looking at the price movement right here, I mean, I wouldn't even take any trades here right now. Not really worth the risk. There's SR zones. All right, so again, if you guys are looking for that entry that I mentioned earlier, like I said, look for that fake out. You got a low right here. Look for that double body rejection. And then be ready to ride that back up. So possibly, never mind. Looked like it was going to be a double body rejection, but guess not. All right, guys, if there's any more questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I think we're going to wrap this up pretty soon. There's just nothing going on here. The volatility is pretty low. The ATR is getting even lower. It was at 19 earlier. Now it's down to 18. As this gets closer and closer to like 15, at that point, you should probably just wait for the volatility to pick back up before you start looking for some entries. Otherwise, you're just going to get caught in limbo over here with price kind of just going back and forth. So let's just take another look over here real quick, review everything. Yeah, there's not really much here else here to look at. Okay, so that V1 variation is coming up now. It's a double body rejection. If you guys are looking to take that back up, you can. If you want to go for just 10 points, you can go for 10 points. If you want to go for a bigger move, so that's 10 points right there. Full TP on that 10 points. If you want to go for the 30 points, I think 30 points is a little risky, but 10 points right there already hit. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll come back tomorrow fresh. Like I said, I'm only taking the breakout. So these entries here, I'm not taking them. The only trades that are going to count for the results this week are going to be the ones that I'm taking. So as you guys can see over here, I did post the trades, but I'm not posting the I'm not going to be sharing this. So like, for example, we took the breakout here at loss, unfortunately. It was first loss in about 5 back-to-back wins. And then we had the market flow V2 here that won for 60 points. Even though this here won, I'm not counting it towards my results. It's only the breakouts. So the only trades that I'm personally taking myself. Here's Stanley's profits. Nice work, Stanley. So Stanley said just passed another 50K count. So Stanley over here locked in 130 on his PA count. And then he locked in 300 on his 50K, which he just passed. Nice work, Stanley. And he said inconsistent profit on his current funded account. Yeah, you're killing it, Stanley. You're keeping up. And other than that, I think that might be about it. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys want to see William's analysis here for the BB3, he took the BB3 here. He took it for a smaller TP stop loss, which was what I would have done as well because it was right at the sessions and went straight to his TP there. So nice work on that, William. And I think that's it for the day. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys here tomorrow for the next live session. So, all right.